name is Lucky. Uh, I'm keen on sharing tips, sharing advices on how is it that you can make use of social media to build your businesses. Recently, I've started to give team trainings, free as well as paid, on how you can use social media with your team and how you can also replicate that, but later, more later on that. So right now you're able to see my screen. I'm just going to head over to this form. Okay, awesome. So before we start with the training today, I want us to look back. Last time when I hosted a session, I asked, what is your weekly goals? And, there were so many goals that leaders have set out. I want to achieve ABC this week. I want to do this week. And, that is all good. It's always good to have goals. It's always good to say, this is what I want to achieve in the business with my team as well. But at the end of the day, who is holding you accountable for that goal? And what systems do you have in place that's going to hold you accountable for those goals that you have set for yourself in the beginning of the week? So what I'm going to share with you today is like accountability system, how you can make use of plans, challenges to keep yourself on track, to push yourself to do what it is that you need to do, to help your team also do what it is that they need to do. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I always love to start off my sessions with, what is it that you're feeling grateful for today? What excites you today? What are you looking forward to achieving today? So ladies and gentlemen, just put a word down for me. How are you feeling today? In one word, how are you feeling? Superb, awesome, blessed, stressed, let me know how are you feeling. We are 36 in the meeting. So I should see a few comments coming in saying that, how their day is before I start with the session. If not, guys, I'm not going to move forward. We're just going to feel stuck here because no one is engaging. Only 3 people so far. Come on, guys. I at least need to see 10 comments before I start off the whole training. We are only on 3 comments, 4 comments, 5. I'm counting 6. At least need 10, guys. I at least need 10 comments to move forward. How are you feeling today? Are you excited? Are you on track with your goal that you set on Monday? So yeah, 8 comments. I need 2 more comments. 10. Okay, awesome. Now we can get started. Awesome, leaders. So, like I said, it is a system that's going to help us maneuver, keep track of ourselves and also keep our team motivated. At times in our line of business, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't motivate yourself and if you're always going to wait for your upline to motivate you, then it's going to be a lost cause. You understand? So somehow, somewhere, you also need to start implementing systems, implementing ways of keeping yourself on track with your personal goals as well as your business goals as well. So I don't know why people are feeling skeptical about using ChatGPT in their business. If you are one of them, please, 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 don't shy away from using ChatGPT in your business because this system, I've designed it with ChatGPT. You understand? So I'm just going to read for you a prompt here. I'm going to share this prompt with you as well so that if you want to use it, you can use it. Like I said, guys, I don't mind sharing knowledge because I know not all 36 of you that are in this meeting is going to make use of those knowledge because we are accustomed to learn, hearing new stuff, but we never get to the point of implementing it. So that's why knowledge sharing for me is not a problem. So I've used ChatGPT to start off this challenge, to hold this accountability challenge for myself. So I'm just going to read it out to you and, we can start from there. But before that, how many of you are using ChatGPT for your business? If you're using ChatGPT for your business, please type a 1 for me in the comment section so that I know that you're accustomed to ChatGPT. Just type a 1 for me if you're already making use of ChatGPT into your business so that I know that, okay, awesome. I see a couple of 1s. Wow, a lot of them. Awesome, guys. So that is the new way, guys. So don't let people derive you from using ChatGPT. So here's a prompt that I have designed to come up with this challenge. As a network marketer and world's best WhatsApp marketing strategist, so this challenge is based on WhatsApp, but in this case, you can change it to Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform that you feel comfortable with. And, I want you to help me create a 7-day recruitment plan. So now here you can choose your target for that week. Are you focusing on recruitment? Are you focusing on sales? Or what? Or are you focusing on team building, whatever? But then you can change it. So I've said create a 7-day recruitment plan that will help achieve my goal. I want the daily activities to be easy, implement and follow, but powerful. The challenge should help me get out of my comfort zone at the same time. Provide the challenge in Google Doc format so that I just plug and start. Now here are my goals for the challenge. So then you just align your goals here. Like I said, if it's sales goals, you put down your goals. So I've added it to say that I want to recruit 3 people this week. I want to grow my prospect list, and I use WhatsApp for business to its full capacity. Many of times we're using WhatsApp for business, but we are not making use of all the necessary tools that WhatsApp for business provides. You understand? So many of us are not using WhatsApp to its full capacity. So the daily activity should have a checklist to check off daily that will help me stay on track and always keep track of daily goals that I need to accomplish. These activities must be easy to do and should not take up time like 30 minutes per day, because some of us are employed, some of us are doing some other commitments. So you don't want to really dedicate much time into this, you understand? So, but you just want to touch on your business on a daily basis so that that at least, even though I had a busy day, I managed to touch on my business, so that is the aim of it. Create an action plan in table format and also share a point-based system based on the activities completed and ticked off to help me achieve 80% success rate. So here you are also mentioning, you're letting ChatGPT know, what is the success rate that you want to see at the end of the challenge. Be strategic with all daily activities. We are hosting team presentations. So if you're hosting team presentations during the week, like, WhatsApp presentations, Zoom presentations, you let ChatGPT know here. We are hosting team presentations during the week, happening on Zoom. My target audience. So it's also important to let ChatGPT know, what is your target audience? Who are you targeting? Students, working professionals, and so forth. So I've said working professionals. So before creating the challenge, I want you to ask me a few questions that will help you understand and give me better results. Don't be easy with me. Challenge me to grow in my business. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a powerful prompt, and that is a prompt that I have used to set up the following challenge. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is now a system that we are now starting to design to hold us accountable for all our for all our goals and tasks that we have set out for that specific week. So let me just go down and show you what ChatGPT. So I had a chat, I had a chat with ChatGPT. So after you say, ask me a few questions, this is what ChatGPT is going to do. So I had a full conversation with ChatGPT. We were going back and forth discussing about what it is that I want it to do, design for me, before I show you the end result. So we had a conversation. ChatGPT asked me, let me just show you the prompt. So yeah, here it is. I've copied and pasted here in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT started to ask me questions about, so that you can I have a better understanding of what is it that I wanted to create for me, and what is my end goal. I've answered those questions. It was a back and forth, and so that is how you have a chat with ChatGPT. That is also how ChatGPT is going to start to know you, so that once it has to start in future references, if you have to use it, it already knows your story and it can incorporate that as well. So after back and forth and going back and forth and talking about few tweaks and whatnot, ChatGPT came up with the end results. And if you are excited to see the end results, ladies and gentlemen, let me see you in the comment sections. Let me know, how are you finding it? Are you finding value so far? If yes, then let me know in the comment sections. Put down those fire emojis before I show you the end results, what ChatGPT came up with, because I'm excited. I'm also going to implement this right now. I can also share the end results with you in the group, so that you can also with your team, you share it with your team, you share it with everyone else, so that every week there is a target that you and your team are working towards. You understand? So yes, let me show you the end results. only 5 people are excited. Guys, you are disappointing. You are. It's sometimes I always feel like I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Um, I want us to always engage, guys. Let's engage. That way, you are also making the presenter feel like he or she is talking to people and not just to ghosts. Né? Because some of us are maybe in the shower right now, just switch locked in, and then we are definitely in the shower. But here are the end results. So this is what ChatGPT graded, and I'm gonna take you step by step. You understand? So this is a 7-day WhatsApp recruitment challenge. So like I said, you can change it to Instagram, you can change it to Facebook. It doesn't really matter. But I've chosen WhatsApp because I know I have so many prospects that I have on my contact list that I've never followed up with. That along the line we lost connection, and conversation just died out. So I asked ChatGPT to help me this because so that I can reconnect with those cold contacts. You understand? So this is my objective. Sorry, objectives. It has laid out my objectives, targets, working professionals looking to build second stream of income, and then time committed. Commitment is like 30 minutes per day. So you can do it during your lunch hour. You can do it before work or after work. It doesn't really matter. Sorry. So here, just given an overview. Day one, set up WhatsApp. Like I said, many of us are using WhatsApp for business, but we are not really maximizing the tools that it provides to build our business. But I will break it down later on. And then day two, it's telling you what is it that it's going to do. Day three, what is conversion flow. Day four, and so forth. You understand? So here is where it gets excited, ladies and gentlemen. So now it's giving you an overview, and then followed by, so this is a form that you will always fill out on a daily basis. You are gonna give yourself a score. If you have added 5 new targets, you give yourself points, and for every task you complete, you will be able to achieve points. But at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, those points should accumulate at least minimum 250 points, you understand, if not more, for you to reach the 80% success rate. You understand? So now you know that, okay, fine, I've assigned a task for me. This is what I need to do to achieve those goals, and I need to do it. Now it's no more just about I want to achieve 40 cc's, but it's about, okay, I want to achieve 40 cc's, but here's the action plan that I need to do. So it's something like that. You understand? So if we have to now go to day one, now it has broken down for you in terms of what is it that you need to do in that specific day. You understand? So everything is already done for you. It's just a plug and play, ladies and gentlemen. So now it's telling you prep WhatsApp for business. So now it's telling you to download WhatsApp for business if you don't have. Set up the greedy message, away messages, and then quick replies. It's all easy to do as well, ladies and gentlemen. And now also grading labels. I understand many of us are not making use of labels. If you're not making use of labels on WhatsApp right now, ladies and gentlemen, you are falling behind. Make use of labels to label your prospects. Update your profile picture. It's always important to always have that same look and image throughout your social media, ladies and gentlemen. Create message templates, quick replies, and then it's telling you what to do. And here it's even giving you a short message on what is it that you can send to your contacts. You understand? So now, after you are done, you will tick off the goal. You will tick off the goals as you are doing them, as you are completing them. You will tick them off, and then and then you go back to this sheet, and then you score yourself. You understand? Then you score yourself, and then you continue to day two. So once you get to day two, ladies and gentlemen, day two also has its tasks. It's telling you what is it that you need to do for that specific day. And it's also giving you some example, the script that you can use. So now remember, this is not only focused on WhatsApp. So you're going to send this out on WhatsApp. You understand? But if you want to 10x your reach, you can also just take the same information to any other social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, doesn't really matter. So it's telling you what is it that you need to do for that specific day. Identify 10 potential working professionals in your contact or socials. So you definitely know on your WhatsApp list, okay, fine, these are one of the prospects that I spoken to last time, and they were so keen and interested in being part and parcel of the business. But somehow along the way, maybe we have lost connection, or maybe somewhere along the way, life happens, guys. Life happens. You understand? Life happens. So then day three, it again has another task for you. What is it that you need to do? So that is why it's so powerful, ladies and gentlemen, not to just use ChatGPT for the general use. What sets us apart is how you use ChatGPT. Many of us are saying, yeah, when you talk about ChatGPT, people are always like, yeah, I know ChatGPT, I know what to do with ChatGPT. But what sets us apart is the prompt. How are you designing your prompt? Are you getting the best out of ChatGPT? So just know more about, I want to design this. Yes, it can design for you, but you are not challenging ChatGPT. The prompt is what makes a difference, ladies and gentlemen. So for you to understand the prompt that you're giving ChatGPT is what's going to result in you getting maximum results and results like this. So this is gold, guys. I can even take this and I can sell it. I can even make money out of it. You understand? So that is the power of ChatGPT. So don't limit yourself when it comes to ChatGPT. Don't limit yourself when it comes to learning more about it. So here, every day is having its activities. Every day it's having its activities. So if you tell ChatGPT to say that, okay, we have team presentations on these specific days, then ChatGPT is also going to give you tasks for that specific days. What is it that you're going to do to invite more people to attend your Zoom presentations or your WhatsApp presentations? Ladies and gentlemen, it is so powerful. So it even went as far as creating a spreadsheet. So now, after you have spoken with ChatGPT, after you have started to do your challenges, ChatGPT has created another list for you, whereby you're going to keep track of your prospects. So yes, you can write down this manually. You can have a book where you will write down to say that, okay, fine, today, name, phone number, date contacted, and then you label them. What type of prospect is this? And then the follow-up date. When are you going to follow up with this prospect? And then secondly, you already know when the prospect engaged, then you definitely know what is next. Are you going to invite them to a presentation? Are you going to invite them to attend one of your sessions? Then you're going to say, okay, Zoom invite. If it's a WhatsApp invite, you do that. And then you say here, did they attend? If yes, you put it down. If no, you put it down. And if you've enrolled them, no, then you just add your extra comments here next to say, okay, no, I've spoken to this contact, they have attended the presentation, but this is when and when I need to follow up with them, or this is when and when they said that they're going to join. So that way you are keeping a full track of your prospects, ladies and gentlemen. If time allowed me, I would have designed a proper Google sheet, aligning this with all graphs and whatnot, just to make it cool. But you can definitely, this is a starting point. This is a starting point for you to keep track of, your conversations with the prospects. And that's what I've learned. Many a times we think I've history on my phone. And I also like to do it. I never note down. If I say, okay, I've spoken to this prospect, then I will keep it in WhatsApp. I will keep it on WhatsApp. I will label it and I will just keep it there. But it is important, guys, to have another track sheet, because your phone might get stolen. Like mine, my phone got stolen. So now I have to start from scratch, because now I'm even using someone else's phone. Okay, luckily it's my laptop that I'm using, but I've lost everything again. So now I'm asking myself, why didn't I have a sheet? Why didn't I note down what I need to note down? Luckily, I've backed up all my contacts on cloud, so I managed to get back my contacts. But I lost out the conversation that I had with those prospects. So that is why it's important to have a separate list to keep track of your conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Josica is saying, I hope I pronounce your name right. Wow, this is mind blowing. I never thought of using ChatGPT this way. My leader, you can use ChatGPT for anything. It's just your creativity is what's going to limit you when it comes to ChatGPT. Please show the scoring section again. Yes, I will do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, in short, that is what I've prepared for you today. I will share this information with you on the group. You can download the form, you can download the tracker form, and you can share it with your team. Not everyone is here on the session. You can share it with your team, and then you get it from there. Like I said, you can use this, or you don't have to use this. It's totally up to you. Like I said, they say sharing is power. So I thought, let me share this with my leaders, and we are here to learn from one another, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the point system, my leader, for you that have asked. And yes, I will just stop here with the session. And that is all what I've prepared for you today. We can go in depth with it if you would like, but because of time, I have a couple of slots still coming up in August. And then there I will go more in depth with some easy to implement social media tips. I have also created a community where it's totally free for you to join. On that platform, I share social media tips. I share how is that you can stand out from the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say if your business partner or if someone that has joined Forever right now has, for instance, 100,000 followers, and you are only having 500 followers, how do you compete with that person on social media? You understand? How do you compete with those person? Because once that person posts something, 100,000 people, if not 100,000, let's say 30,000 people will see what they've posted. If you post from your 500 people, maybe only one person will see. You understand? So that is also the challenge. How do you compete with those people that are having so massive followers on social media and for free? Those type of trainings I will do in the future. How you can compete with those people in terms of followers, in terms of getting your content out there, you understand, but later on that. So now you can join my community, because on that community I'm having free sessions, ladies and gentlemen, free plans. Recently, let me see if I can just log in. I remember I spoken about this Nasio app last year. I don't know if many of you remember. And I'm using Nasio to do all those challenges. So I'm just going to show you the last social media training. So last time I had a whole setup of social media profiles that I've given training on, and there were some two winners that I've helped to revamp their Instagram profiles, just to help them design it like professionals and make it stand out. I just want to show you the challenges. But yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I've prepared for you today. I just want to show you the platform that I've designed, that whereby you can just join for free and have information being shared with you. But I will allow participants to unmute themselves now to ask questions if they do have questions, and then we take it from there. So thank you very much. Thank you, Leader Heather, for always waking up early, even though one of your words was saying that you are feeling tired, and that is totally understandable, because you're waking up early every day just to help us, or have this platform to share information with you. So we do appreciate you, my leader. Even though you are tired, you still say that I'm going to show up and I'm going to share what needs to be shared with them. So yes, so this is the platform, ladies and gentlemen. Last time I had a 7-day challenge. Yeah, here it was. So it was a 7-day social media challenge that I had put out. There were people that have joined in, and these were the two winners. And I've helped them revamp their social media platforms. 19 people took part in the challenge. And it was totally for free. It was for free. It was for free, ladies and gentlemen. It was for free. No one paid anything. So yeah, if you would like the community link for you to join for free, then also do let me know, and I can share that as well in the group. But for what the information I've shared today, I will also just repost it, and not repost it, but share the documents with you on WhatsApp, in the main group, and then you can also just take a look, just scroll through the information, just try to understand. Okay, fine, this is the daily goals, and maybe you can also just retweak it. And I'm also going to share the prompt with you, and you can also retweak the prompt, to say that, okay, fine, this is now what we will need to use, and this way I need to get started. So we only have 10 minutes left before the end of our session. So I've allowed anyone to unmute themselves and maybe ask a question if they do have. So from my side, ladies and gentlemen, I am done. I am done.